Oh my goodness, I am having so many things happen this morning. Oh my gosh. And now I don't even know if I'm live because it's actually asking me to log in. Okay. I'm just going to do the things that it's asking me to. Hopefully I just typed in my password correctly. Please stand by as we have technical difficulties. Yes, it's me. Goodness. Okay. All right. Hold on one more second while I try and pull up my chat feature. And then I think we'll be good to go. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Why is it always everything goes crazy? Everything's calm, calm, calm. And then all of a sudden, everything just goes bonkers in the 3 minutes before I go live. Why is that? So here's what happened this morning. I was decided that I was going to, like, noticed that my bobbin was a little low, and I pulled it out to see how much thread was there and if I wanted to change it now or change it later. And while I was doing that, I was like, oh, I was just talking about, I don't remember the last time that I cleaned out my sewing machine, so I'll just give it a quick clean. So I did that. It wasn't too bad. And then decided that I would sew a seam to make sure that everything was right when it all of a sudden went you know when your sewing machine does that. And it turned out that I had put the bobbin case in wrong, and so it had like moved and popped out of place, and so changed the needle, put the bobbin case back in correctly, just tested a seam, works fine. Go to hit live, and it told me that I needed to update my drivers. Which I didn't really need to update my drivers. I just needed to like reboot OBS. And then when it rebooted, all the chat wasn't there. So like, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. So how are all of you this week? Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Sandra. So nice to see all of you here. I literally was having a moment where I went, is it going to be just one of those quiet days where not too many people are here? And I'm going to get rid of that little window. There we go. Bump that there. All right, let's see. Mary's here. Hello, Mary. You can see me. Oh, good. You see and hear me. Excellent. Thank you so much for confirming that you can see and hear me, because, oh my goodness, I thought it was going to be one of those days, But I knew that the settings were all correct in OBS. It just was that it wasn't, the whatchamacallit wasn't working properly. The chat was missing, so, which does it sometimes. Oh my gosh, Debbie says I was waylaid by a never-ending Microsoft update yesterday. Oh, hello, Danelle. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a better day than you were having last week. I know you were a little frustrated last week, but goodness, yes. I feel like, I don't know about you all, but like, is Mercury retrograde? Like, what is happening? Like, I just feel like, oh, and it's also helpful to turn on your iron to the correct setting. Boop, now it's green. Wait. All right, now we'll wait for that to heat up. But Yeah, like I just feel like technology is doing all kinds of weirdness lately. All kinds of weirdness. Which, aren't you just glad you have sewing machines? When computers are being weird. This actually looks fine. I don't know why it seems to have pressed when it wasn't even remotely hot, but yeah. So let's see. Hello, Anne. You're watching from Erie, Pennsylvania. Nice. Danelle says, I'm just here in Michigan dying from hazardous air. I heard about that this morning. Like, oh my goodness. I saw some pictures from Minnesota and how horrible the air looks from all of the fires. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm grateful I'm not dealing with that. In Colorado, we dealt with that a lot. So totally understand that nonsense. Yeah, we're just dying from the heat. I actually decided to blast the air conditioning today. Because I realized at this time of the morning, it just sort of hits a lull where I think it's just not quite that hot. And so the air conditioning isn't blowing as cold as it should. And that's why I'm having my own personal summer here sometimes, but it's better now. So let's see. Anne says we have a lot of smoke from the fires in Canada. And Debbie says, in New York, it looks like images of what the day after a nuclear war would look like. Oh my goodness, really? Goodness. Mary says, yes, it's very hazy here in Minnesota. Danelle says, I drove to my doctor appointment at 7:45 and the sun is orange from all the smoke. Oh, Debbie says, I can choose AC or iron right now. I need my iron. Oh my goodness. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, goodness. I'm so sorry, everyone. I can't complain. It's just really, it's just warm here. That's all we've got going on. It's sunny. It's a sunny blue sky, not a cloud in the sky day here. So, goodness. Oh, Janelle says in the northern part of Michigan, they're getting ash falling from the sky from fires. I've seen that before, and oh my gosh. When we moved to LA, oh gosh, that was like what, 2002, 2001, 2002, something like that. And we moved in the summertime, and it was they had the fair, like the LA County Fair, and we decided to go, and our kids were young, like I think Mac was maybe 10 or 11, and Bryce was, I don't know, 5. And we went on the Ferris wheel, and all of a sudden ash started coming down, and because we had just moved from Boston, I literally for a moment thought it was snowing, and then my brain did that glitch thing where you're just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's 90 degrees outside. That's not possible. And so, yeah, that's a scary thing. And then it feels like, I don't know, an apocalypse, Janelle says, okay, enough about bad weather. What are we working on today? Yes, what is everyone working on? What is everyone working on? I'm working on my usual village quilt. I've almost got a house done, so I'll show you in just a second what that one's looking like. But I'm curious what everyone else is working on, or if you're just working or listening, because that's totally valid as well. Janelle, if we can't talk about bad weather, does that mean I can't talk about the bad sleep either this week? Because good golly. It has been a week of bad sleep, which makes me a little grumpy sometimes. All right, this little mini iron is working better on the roofs than the big iron was, and I'm really baffled by it. And I wouldn't have done it if Terry didn't question whether or not I had the mini iron. Okay, here we go. First house of the day. I should be cranking through these, I'm gonna guess, today. I don't know if I've got a roof that's the right color for this one, so I think I might hold off on that. I decided that sometimes today I'm going to be working on ones that I have roofs for. And not trying to feel frustrated that I'm doing ones that don't have roofs. You know what I mean? Okay, Debbie says, I decided I needed to make a quilted waterfall coat out of 1 inch hand applique pink circles and 1 inch 4 patches. Debbie, are you okay? Are you seriously okay? And I want a picture of 1 inch 4 patches because next to like a quarter or something. Because oh my gosh, what in the world, girl? And Mary says I'm working on Quilting is for the Birds by Art East Quilting Company. Yay! I don't think I know that pattern. Quilting is for the Birds. I'm not sure. It's not the right color red. I'm going to be like this today, where I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have the right color. Of course I don't have the right color. All right, we'll put that one aside. And we're moving on to the next one. Okay. I know I've got the right color for this one. Debbie says I'm making 1 inch hand applique circles. I'm obviously not okay. Yeah. And are they like needle turn? How do you, which way do you work on that? And Janelle says, I agree with Tracy. Are you okay? The 4 patches are 2 inches made from 1 inch square. Okay. Oh. And Mary says, I think it's fun to work with small pieces. Yeah, I mean, you do you. You do you if that is what makes you happy. Going with that one. Okay. Goodness. Yeah, and I mean, you're talking to the person who, you know, for my birthday got like a crazy applique quilt pattern, which I have not started yet because Lord knows I'm struggling just making the houses each week. I'm still just really struggling. There's just too much going on, you know? My father-in-law is moving into senior living in 90 days. He's very excited about it, but there's just so much, I don't know. He's putting a lot of pressure on like what needs to be done before he moves. And it's stressful. So there's a reason why they say like not to make big life changes after someone dies. Just saying. Oh, and we're planning the memorial service for the first weekend in August. So been dealing with that as well. So I kind of can't wait until my Sojo comes back, you know? All right, Debbie says, I decided the only way to clean my sewing room is to finish projects. So obviously starting with the 1-inch square box will make the largest difference the fastest. So true. Obviously. Hey, I have no doubt in my mind that, you won't make a huge dent the way that you work on stuff. Because you're super smart about it. You have projects in the kitchen and you have projects like in different places so that you can work on stuff at different times. My husband actually suggested that we like move my sewing room into the living room, which I'm not quite sure why he thinks that's a good idea. Maybe he enjoyed when it was like that in Colorado because I was sitting next to him while he was watching TV. Don't know. But that's crazy talk. Okay, let's see if we got a roof for this one, which I could already look and see. I'm like, I don't think I do have a roof for this one. Why did I make this one? Nope, we'll put it aside. That's okay. That's okay. See, silly me. Like, did I do that wrong? No, I didn't do that wrong. It just looks funny. It needs a roof. I need a pink roof, and I don't have a pink roof right now. So I'm just going to put that one aside. It's going to be fine. Okay. Let's see. Working on another mermaid one. Really should have done like some sort of under the sea roofs. I don't know, or sky. Water sky. That's what I should have done. That's pretty. Yeah, we're going with that. Sometimes I just go with my first choice, and I don't try not to overthink it with these little houses. And so if you are just joining, be sure to let us know where you're watching from and what you're working on, even if you're watching later, because we love to hear where you're from, and I will always respond to comments. Sometimes I wish that we could like see the projects that everybody's working on, I was learning this week that YouTube is working on some like really big changes in the attempts to have people linger longer in YouTube and make it more like TV, which I already watch YouTube like TV. Pretty sure so do my kids. And so I'm intrigued how that's going to look for YouTube and YouTube creators going forward. Boop, boop. La la la. Okay, Little Mermaids. That looks crooked. There we go. I tried starting a new audiobook this week, but it did not take so far. I don't know if the vibe is all wrong after the Bennett sisters or what. It was one that came up as like I had put it. I'm not even sure where I found this one, but I had put it a hold on it, and it came up at the library. So I was like, oh, sure, I'll start a new book. That'll be fine. And yeah. So if anyone's reading or watching something good, let me know. We've also been watching a show that's on Netflix. It's an older show called why can I never remember the name of it? I feel like it's called Dark Waters, but I don't think that's right. Dark something or other. It's really good. It's about it's like a police show that takes place in Navajo land in Utah, and at least I think it's in Utah. I know Navajo land is actually larger than that, but it's really good. We've been binging it like crazy. Debbie says, I started listening to Mythos by Stephen Fry. It was impossible to quilt because I had to keep pausing to take notes. Now, which Greek god slept with his or her sister or mother to give birth to? Oh my gosh, yeah. That's funny. I actually want to, so I finished the Midnight Library, which I don't know if I'd finished that on like Wednesday last week or if I'd finished it over the weekend, but I finished that finally. So I got another one. We got like a disembodied mermaid and then just a floating head at the bottom. So but anyway, I finished that last week, and that was really good. And Michelle Friedman, who you guys probably hear me talk about all the time, good friend of mine, suggested, I think it's called 11/22/1963. It's Stephen King. And so I just put a hold on that one, but I'm not quite sure if I want to do the audiobook or the regular book. So I put a hold on both. The regular reading book or like ebook is available sooner, so that one might be the one that comes through. That's too much. Auditioning, that'll do. Unless I want orange. No, I don't like that. Okay. So that one might be the next book that I read. I'm not sure, but that one's around if you could stop the Kennedy assassination, would you? Is the premise of that one. And like, taking into consideration all of the things that would alter about history with that event not happening. Solids just look really boring with these houses, So funny. Do that. We'll do that. That's fine. Unless I don't have any orange doors. I need to cut some orange doors, I think. I don't have any teal doors. We'll go with it this way. Just trying to get as many houses done today as I possibly can, given what I've got cut up. That's the goal. Because I feel like I've been stuck at like 80 houses for 3 weeks now. Well, technically I was at 82. I think I'm now at 84. So it will do. I wish that we were all hanging out in person, you know? You ever feel like that sometimes? That would be nice. Also waiting for the bobbin to run out, which I didn't make another bobbin because of the whole thing that happened with the bobbin case before I started. I was planning to make another bobbin before I went live, before all the chaos erupted. I'm also contemplating getting some pre-wound bobbins for when I get back into like working on some of the embroidery things that I've got planned for this year. I should probably do some embroidery. I feel like that would like get me out of my sewing funk. Mary says this is the next best thing to hanging out in person. So true. So true. And yesterday and today I've had like the heartiest breakfast. And so I was like, I'm gonna have a nice breakfast this morning so that I don't feel hungry and like I need to get off too quickly today. All right, after all that, do I even still like that roof? I'm not sure. I feel like it's the background's a little weird. You know what? We're gonna go with this one. I feel like that'll be better. I'm gonna go with polka dots and polka dots. It's gonna be fine. And they're not even the same color background. Because my houses are all whimsical. We're just gonna make the houses all, I mean, we've been making the houses all whimsical. I still need to send my sewing machine back to the spa, and I haven't done it yet. Need to bring it in and get the foot pedal fixed before my warranty runs out, you know? Oh, Debbie's got another book suggestion, so I'm gonna look. Okay, Debbie says, Life After Life is a book about someone being reborn time after time and stops the rise of Hitler. Interesting. 2 thumbs up. Oh, that sounds good. It's not Life After Life. I'm going to try and remember that because I did not bring my notebook up to write anything down today. Of course I didn't. Why would I bring my notebook up? It's the one time that I forgot to bring it because I never take notes. I never need to. Okay, that's what we did. So I already lost count, so that's okay. All right, let's go with something. That sounds very good. And it's interesting, like because the Midnight Library is also one of those she's being sort of thrust into different timelines, life timelines. And so I've been intrigued by that kind of stuff lately. It's just kind of fun. not too hard of a read thing. I certainly didn't need to take notes to figure out like what was going on. It wasn't like that serious. Do I want both of the mermaids to be facing up? Yes. Okay. Oh, they're not mermaids, they're girls. I do that every time. Let's see. Pink or blue would be nice. I feel like I've only got yellow. Not enough contrast. Let's go with white. That'll work. So, yeah, the octopus are adorable in that one. I feel like I will have like a bunch of brown scattered throughout all of these like bright colors. I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that at least. I just listened to a really interesting, I can't remember what the name of it is now. I could look it up on my phone. But there's a book that I want to get. I think it's more of like a nonfiction book. But I've got it handy because I sent there was a video guide discussing the book. Let's see. The Fourth Turning. The Fourth Turning is the name of the book. And I'm super intrigued about it. Of course, now my husband's calling me. I am live. Now he's going to jump in the comments. But anyway, it's called The Fourth Turning. And it's about how history repeats itself and comes in cycles. The person who wrote the book wrote it in the 90s, I want to say. And they broke each generation, like breaking it down into 80-year chunks. And essentially, 80 years ago was World War II. 80 years before that was the Civil War. 80 years before that, like it was literally like French Revolution and then the American Revolution and everything that happened after those like really huge wars was the same type of cycle. And then he broke down each generation into a different, what's the word, like category. They each have like their own role to play. And it sounds really fascinating. And the video was it was one of those where he was sort of drawing timeline, like he was drawing these little charts to sort of take you through explaining it. It was really cool. And also it just makes you think. So that book sounds really interesting to me as well. Might be on the list to watch sometime soon for sure. I mean, not watch. Did I say watch? Read. Last night I woke up at 1:30 in the morning and I didn't fall back to sleep until I think almost 4. So, and then I slept through my alarm. So, and for some reason my husband didn't wake me up before he left. So if I start saying the wrong words, just gently correct me. Or if you figure out what I'm saying, just let it slide and let me think I'm doing a good job. Because good golly. Oh. All right, I'm liking the mini tulip pink a lot. funny that I haven't really used it too much. Let's see, that could be, would that be pretty? Like, I feel like I need like some roofs that have like ocean or something, you know? Oh, I might do gingham. Doesn't really go, but that's okay. Yeah, I like it. All right. Anything to finish these. Pretty soon I'm gonna need to like do more roofs. And I'm sort of just angly challenged, so as Jenny would say. Sandra, I just realized you put like a little octopus emoji. That octopus is adorable. This next one has turtles. Turtles and little girls. Although I don't think I would like the little girl to be swimming with the turtles. Gingham. We're just going with it because I had it and it looked fine. All right. Do I have a yellowish orange? I don't really. Okay. That one is super bright. That is too much orange. It's a good thing Terry's not here to hear me say that. That's too much orange. Yeah, I'm not even sure I like those. All right, we're gonna go with this pink, pinky orange. Not terrible. Too much. Going with that, I think. Okay, let's see. We'll see if we can find a door that's the right color. Sort of pinky. What's opposite the color wheel of orange? I don't know. So red and green, right? Red and green. And then Debbie says, channeling Terry, never too much orange. Blue. Blue. Okay. I was just doubting myself because I was like, isn't blue opposite yellow? But you're right. Blue, blue, blue. Really need to have a color wheel. I have a color wheel on my box of tissues, which I totally bought because it had a color wheel on it. Yes, blue. Azul, it says. Is that the only blue door I've got? Might be the only blue door I've got. That's just silly. That's just silly. Do I need to cut more doors or do I need to go into my bin and find more doors that I've already cut? I might need to go in and cut more doors. Oh wait, no, I found more. That's a door. These are flowers. What's this little stack over here? Oh, did I not do those? I did not pair those up. Okay. I've got more to pair. Woo woo. Okay. That might be a little crazy. It's so crazy. Thank you all for jumping in and letting me know. Ooh. Oh, perfect. The flower is the right color. Okay. Ooh, another thing, speaking of color, started to watch a video this morning and didn't finish it because I was watching while I was eating my breakfast, but it was this British woman who, she's got this house that's like super cute. She's got like vintage style. She sometimes dresses in vintage clothing. Her house is vintage decor, and she was talking about like what has happened to the world in that there's like no color, there's no whimsy, there's no like beautiful ornate things anymore. And she gave examples of being at a train station or like a trolley station, and apparently they used to have all these like absolutely gorgeous trolleys in the area where she lives, and like I guess she could go on, like, take the vintage trolleys as like a little tour and experience like what it was like back then. And but she was showing like all of these like comparisons of like what streetlights used to look like, and what cars with colors of cars used to look like, and even the design of cars used to look like, and the design of the train stations and signs in the train station and all this stuff like that. And it really got me thinking about it, because I think a lot about cars when we're driving, because I'm just like, all the cars are just white, black, gray, and red, sometimes blue, occasionally an orange one. And it's just what we've got now. But I hadn't even really thought about the fact that, like, even buildings aren't as beautiful as they used to be. And so it just sort of made me happy that we all at least surround ourselves with beautiful things that we create. And I often joke when people comment that I wear black all the time, that I'm surrounded by color every day. And so, I just kind of subscribe to the Steve Jobs, like, making my outfit not too complicated, which isn't entirely true, but it just made me sort of think today about that we get to make things with our hands and surround ourselves with beauty. Does that make sense? Am I making sense, or am I rambling? All right, do I still like that roof? I like that better now that I've got the door in place. All right, this one's an orange one. Terry would be very happy, although the door is not purple. She really likes orange and purple. Ready for an orange explosion? Hello, Robin. Nice to see you. All right. Got an orange explosion. Cute. I like the door. Because the flower was like the same color, in the same color family. Cute. All righty. Let's see. Got another pale pink one, and I don't think I've got anything that I can. Oh, well. Not loving that one. We'll go see if I can pull up some of those other ones. Let's see, we got some flowers for houses. Oh, need to match transoms to these. Okay. That's okay. Transoms and doors. That's the extent of my stack of pre-chosen transoms. So let's see what number we're at. 1, 2. I need a clip. Where are my large clips? Well, I'll just use a small clip, I guess. No, that's too small of a clip. We'll just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're at 87. 87! I feel like a whoop whoop. Glad you all like it. Sometimes when I get super crazy with the colors where I'm just like, oh, we're gonna, you know, where it makes me giggle a little bit. I always wonder if it's just gonna make me giggle or if it's gonna, you know, make other people happy too. Okay, that'll do for a transom. Let's see if we've got a door. Not terrible. Wish I had like orange. Oh, you know what? I like that a lot. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And then I don't know if I've got a roof. We'll just see when we put it together. I did one, I forget which one it was. There was one that my choice of roof changed once I picked the door. It was the orange one. I was going to do a lighter color orange for the roof, and then once I picked that navy blue for the door, I was like, oh, no, we need to choose a darker roof. Balances out the house, you know. I need 120 houses. So, with any luck, I'll be done in just a couple more weeks. We can hope anyway. And then I'll have another top done that needs quilting. I'm going to get into that pattern where I've just got way too many tops done. Starting to think that I'm a piecer and not a quilter. So that might have to be like a goal soon, to just finish things. And like I said, I'm staring at a project right there that really needs to be finished. I was planning to finish it in May and everything went wrong. But my workload is a little bit light this week, so I think I've got a little bit of extra time to work on stuff. If anyone on or watching later is doing it, like has embroidery and likes to do embroidery, there's 2 camps coming up. There's a Kimberbell camp Saturday, and then there's also a Pickle Pie Designs summer camp, I believe is next week. I might need to double check with Lisa on that, but they're super fun. Um, the Kimberbell one, you get just a free small design. And then the Lisa Archer's one is a paid one, but you do 3 Christmas projects to get like some Christmas gifts out of the way or Christmas decor out of the way. Gray. Oh wait, we've got orange. Maybe I want orange. I do want orange. In an orange mood. Do I want orange? Is that too much? Is that too much? You know, when you question yourself, I back up. Don't like that one, so that no, it's between these two. I want the gray one. We'll save the orange one for another. So funny. Yes, 87 is well on the way. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Debbie says I try to finish one thing a week to put in my newsletter. I finished socks last week, so I'm good. Nice. Could totally get on the subject of socks again. I really need to buy a pair of like handmade socks. I don't know. Can you buy handmade socks? Because I want to see if I actually like them. Because then maybe I would want to learn how to knit just to be able to make socks. Because I love how they look. I think they're super cute. Okay. Cute. It's funny because I cut this one like it's directional this way technically. Well, or that way, depending on which side you're looking at. But I was a little bit like, oh, I cut it wrong. And then I was like, it's fine. And then this one's sort of going that way too, so I feel like it's good. 88. That one's got like a little taupey background. That's kind of cute. This is the same print, but I could definitely make this one work. I kind of want that print. Do I want that print? Maybe not. We'll make it. We'll figure something out. Okay, let's see. I want a pink door, maybe. Maybe we pick a transom first. My stomach is feeling a little weird. It's been like this all week. Oh, you know why? Because we went out to dinner on Saturday night. And I don't know what I was thinking. I ordered a salad. Like literally, what was I thinking? And I had ordered the salad and then a few minutes later, like to the point where I was like, oh no, it's probably already made. And I can't undo my order. That was my brain. And I went, oh no, what was I thinking? And so now I've been completely paranoid. And I know it takes like 2 weeks for that like stomach thing to hit. So I'm completely and utterly paranoid. Do that. Or I wish I had like a teal door. A teal door would be perfect. Too light. Try this one. Two options for Transoms and doors. I don't think I love that. I feel like this one's a little more fun and whimsical. The faces I must make. Not terrible. Not terrible. Okay, let's try this one. I wish I had the overhead cam. I couldn't get it to work again. I couldn't figure out what I had done wrong yesterday. Hello, Keenan. Nice to see you again. I totally ate the lettuce. I did. Mary says, I used to be a monogamous quilter. Now I have several projects in process. Robin says, mine too. I feel so sick. I hope you feel better. I'm paranoid. Been nauseous all week and got sick several times. Oh no. I've been eating yogurt, like lots of things with plain yogurt. And then also, actually, I kind of like that. We're going to go with that one. Okay. Plain yogurt. And then I've been making kombucha. And so I've been drinking kombucha every day. And well, I think I might have not drunk it yesterday. But I'm just so utterly paranoid because I've literally, like, I think I told you guys, I started this, it's a diet program it's called Homemade Method. And it's, for, like, they advertise it for people who have gut health conditions and disabilities and, even just like high blood pressure or high cholesterol, as a way to, sort of get you on track. And the people who follow it have excellent results, and the food is fantastic. Like it's literally how Debbie eats, just like healthy stuff, and made from scratch. And so I've been doing a lot of cooking this week, but I've been doing the program for 3 weeks now, I think. And it relies heavily on lots of fresh vegetables. And so I've been eating lots of salad, lots of all kinds of the things that we're not supposed to be eating, berries and all that stuff. So I'm a little bit worried about it. Terry, hello. We were talking about you. Oh my gosh, Debbie, you said, I survived E. coli back in 2013. If I ever get that sick again, well, I hope I never get that sick again. Oh my gosh. Yes, Robin, you should totally get some yogurt. Like I've been just getting plain yogurt, and on this diet, you don't have to get like low fat. You just get like, they suggest whole fat or, that kind of stuff, because they usually put stuff in, low fat things to like sugar and stuff like that. But not that they do that with yogurt, but so I've been using the Cabot Creamery yogurt. Oh, it's so good. It's delicious. I couldn't get it this week, so I just finished my last container of Cabot, and I got a Stonyfield, which I haven't had plain Stonyfield in I don't know how long. Uh-oh. We hit the bobbin empty part. So I've been I'm just gonna keep going. It beeps at me, but there's still bobbin there. Like I can see that there's still bobbin there, sewing machine. I wish that it would just let me finish, Like you could just say, I'm gonna keep going until my bobbin runs out. So anyway, yeah, so I haven't had the Stonyfield plain in a while. So I'm hoping that one's good. And then one of my neighbors loaned me their Ninja Creamy, and so I actually made a frozen yogurt, which was kind of fun. This one's very soothing. I'm trying to decide if that's really the way I want to go for the roof. I don't think I've got anything else that I would like. I'm like used up all the good roofs now. Almost out of roofs. It's crazy. Should we show Terry the house that I was making, that I was discussing her? Because that's pretty funny. We were talking about the color wheel. He missed it. I'm gonna try and use up this and not run out of bobbin, but so far we're still good. You know it's gonna be like the last quarter of an inch, right? My nose is just running. Haha, did it. Starting to think that I should take my allergy medicine at night so that I'm not like all sneezy in the morning. All right, let's see. Really good cottage cheese will help with that too. I didn't know cottage cheese was probiotic. That's interesting. Debbie said I picked up some local yogurt, and by yogurt I mean Stewart's ice cream. Love it. What did I just do? I wrinkled it. How did I like wrinkle the roof? Boy, that one is really oddly off. What did I do there? I just realized the roof is like way bigger than the house. Maybe I cut the roof wrong. You know what? I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to stress about it. But that one's very soothing. Thought it was cute. Okay. Terry, ready for the one that we were talking about you, because I was asking what, I forgot what was across the color wheel. There you go. Orange, lots and lots of orange. Terry said, did I tell you I found some good chocolate in the pantry? Oh, good for you. Oh my gosh, I love talking about the color wheel and how thread and fabric work together, and thread. Did I tell you about thread? I love thread. I've never had this conversation with you before, ever. Debbie says only 187 circles left to applique for the coat body. Haven't had the heart to calculate the circles for the sleeves. I'm so glad you like it, Terry. Yeah, I've been sort of in an orange mood today. Alrighty, let's see. I've got 3 possible house fronts left. And no possible roofs for any of them. So I might be back to cutting. Darn it. I thought that I could get more houses done. What number am I on? Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Curses. Almost at 90. We can make, we're just gonna make something work. We're just gonna make it work. Where are you, Tim? We're gonna make it work. I'm okay with that. Bam. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Test again. So I must have pressed this one before the iron was hot. We did talk color on my channel. Maybe twice, Terry. Terry says, Tracy, the Floriani behind you is in need of some warm colors. Yes, those are on the shelf below. the warm colors are. Yeah, I have one of those. This is a mess. Goodness. So my cats keep coming in here and knocking stuff over. I think that they just probably walked on here, but good golly. They're making me crazy. They keep knocking over my little trash bin. And you know, it just got like little tiny scraps in there, and they keep knocking it over. And then they're just knocking everything over. I've got to come in here and like see what the heck. But the problem is, like, I can shut the door, but then the air gets really cold in here and like not as cold in the rest of the upstairs, which hasn't been great when we're in the 90s during the day, you know, because, you know, my daughter, oh, you know, I forgot. I need to redo my bobbin. Silly me. Silly me. Okay. I know my bobbin is almost empty. I know. So I guess we're doing a bobbin. I've been using the Quilter Select 80 weight, and I just love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Keenan says, that's a cat's job. Supervise and knock stuff over. Well, my cats are very, very good at that. I've never had a cat before. That's where I put that. I was wondering where this was. It wasn't in here. It's up here, silly me. I've never really had a cat that did the whole knock things over thing. And so this is relatively new for me. Of course, the last cat that I had was Tank, which Keenan knows. And he wasn't a knocker over. Okay. So I need to move this over. Boy, it's been a while since I made a bobbin. I actually have to like look at the pictures. So funny. I also just realized that I can make a partial bobbin. I love that. It's got a little switch. Weird dusty. Which, you know, makes sense. Oh, sorry. Ooh, oh, good. All right, there we go. Hitting all the buttons. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Why is that not working? Did I just wrap it the wrong way? Why? How am I doing everything wrong today? Because I didn't get any sleep, that's why. Why is it not going? So strange. I'm going to do the stick it through the little hole trick. Did I grab it? No. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Oops. What the heck? What is going on with my bobbin? What in the world? And now, all right, it seems to be going, but that was some weirdness. It's not even being that even. And I just lost my... We're doing a different bobbin because something is being weird. Just see how like uneven that just wound. Weird. Cats are proof the world is round. Were it flat, they would have knocked everything off the edge by now. That is a very good point. Keenan, you're working on making a bra? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why I've never tried it. But then again, I'm not really, that adept at clothing. Debbie says 2 words, Tracy, pre-rounds. Did I start to say that I was going to order some? Because I was like, Linda's always has sales on stuff like that. And I really need to buy some pre-rounds. I do. Okay. Just going to unwind it. I'm unwinding it. Yeah, I feel like, Keenan, I feel like you have made a few, and I feel like I've seen pictures. You've sent me pictures. Ugh. So Keenan makes garments. His wife makes quilts. When Keenan got married, he made pajamas for all the women in the bridal party, which was super sweet. Okay, we're almost there. All right, now I've got to figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong with bobbins. What the heck? This is not a hard task. Not a hard task at all. I clearly have done something wrong, though. I'm going to do it again. Okay. Of course, I did that again. Okay. Goodness. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I see what I did. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. I think I just had wound it on the thing wrong. Goodness. So, what time is it? 12:15. I think that every week I say, what time is it? At 12:15. Every single week. This is taking way too long for me to just do one house to get to 90. Ridiculous. Okay, now I'm so excited I get to see Mac and Aaron in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I just bought their plane tickets. Woo woo. Yay. Okay. We have a bobbin. And it looks like it wound properly. User error. Always user error. Okay. As Jeannie from Bernina would say, the problem is happening between the chair and the sewing machine. Lordy. My brain is being silly today. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. One roof. I know. I know. But the reason they're coming out is for the memorial service. So you know, wish it was happier reasons, but get to see Mac and Aaron and Bryce. I didn't know why I didn't say Bryce before. You said that is such a great line. Terry, which line? Oh, and Terry, you missed it. I'm like so happy that I pulled out the mini Aliso because it's working really well. It actually is flattening the roofs better than my big one was. 90. Number 90. All right, we only have 30 houses to go. 30. I would love to come visit you. No, Bryce wasn't here. Bryce was in Chicago this week. So he was with Mac and Aaron. And he's at a restaurant like show or food show this week. So I think he's oh, the Jeannie Delpit line. Yes. The Jeannie Delpit line is the errors happening between the chair and the sewing machine. Okay, let's see. What do? Do I make roofs or do I cut more house fronts? Or do we do both? Let's see what we've got over here. I've got a little stacky poo of things ready to go. 2 of my rulers. Move over here. Oh yeah, I've got some good color roofs, so maybe I'll just make some more roofs. They're already cut. Got so many ready to go. I'm gonna take, oh, that's right, I need more background because all I have is gray sky and I don't want all gray sky. So that means I need to find my layer cake. Oh, I see the layer cake. It's okay. I'm gonna have to get up though. Okay. I do need a green. I have a house that is like, what is the color? You know what? I don't even like it. So maybe we're just gonna ignore it because I don't really like it. So why do I have a stack that looks like this? Probably because I didn't finish cutting it. Now it's not perfectly stacked. That's a dilemma. I've got more those two. I should move those over there. Okay. All right. Have I done enough talking to myself? All right. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut some of the sky pieces. All right. Let me grab that layer cake. Oy. Okay. All righty. We're going to grab those two. Ooh, I got some nice dark blues too. Definitely need some more nighttime ones, I think. Yeah, because I don't think I've got a lot of nighttime ones. So we'll do a bunch of those. Okay, that's probably enough. Do I have enough room? I don't think I do. I don't think I've got enough room to cut this the way I want to cut it. But we can try. That one needs to be pressed. Y'all, I need a nap. And I'm not sure what's for dinner tonight. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Oh, and Keenan, I realized what you said. You said, and then I go visit them. No, they're coming here. Everybody's coming here. They're all coming here for the memorial service. So not exactly the happiest of reasons, but at least we'll all be together for the weekend, and that'll be nice. I think that's as many as I want to cut at one time. Hold this, okay? Oops. I just got worried that I like hit the stop broadcast button. That'd be bad. Okay, so I need 4-inch squares, correct? So I need 4-inch squares for roofs. I mean, for the little things. 4-inch background triangle. Background. Four-inch squares. Yes, 4-inch squares. All right, 4-inch squares. Here we come. I'm gonna trim this off because I can. What is blinking over there? That was weird. Oh, there's a little piece of. So I've got this little where my cabinet where my scan and cut is, and it has little hooks and the air is on, and so it's blowing the little place where the whatchamacallit, the mat hangs, and there's a little plastic cover on the mat, and it's reflecting the light and keeps catching my eye. That's funny. Alrighty, gently turn. I don't have much room here today. I'm not quite sure why. I'm gonna back you up just a smidge. Okay, there we go. All right, 4 inches. There we go. I do really like the Quilter Select, but I'm not on a Quilter Select mat, so don't tell Alex Anderson that I'm not using the mat right now. I also need my little box for my scraps. I used to have this great system right under my cutting table where I had one of those plastic like things with drawers. I had like 4 drawers and I had them all color coded. It was so good. And I don't do that anymore. Like I don't have that unit anymore. I don't really like the looks of the unit, but it was very organized and I liked it because it made me happy. Okay. Mr. B. Oh. Sorry, I'm missing all the conversation. You're having leftovers, Debbie? I could have leftovers, honestly. Tomorrow you're making several trays of turkey enchiladas. Mmm, delicious. Terry says, don't know what's for dinner. Kind of want chicken pot pie. I kind of want chicken pot pie too. We will definitely try and remember to take a family picture. That would be good. Of course, the one at your wedding is still my favorite family picture, besides this one that we have of us in Disney World. Those are my two favorites. Terry says, I'm currently doing a little improv knitting and hoping the sun will come out again. Oh yeah, it's raining in Texas, isn't it? You're going to send her this clip. That's funny. Oh, and thank you, Robin, for not telling on me. Yeah, that would be... She'd probably laugh, but... But lately, I use her rulers almost exclusively, except for the Sew Tights ones. So, got that going for me. Yeah, so I made pot roast the other day. There's this creator that I follow on Instagram. She's actually here on YouTube too. I don't know what her name is, but she made a repast pot roast, which is a pot roast. Do I want the scrap? Like, I'm like, throwing it away. Is it too small? I'm going with I'm throwing it away. Okay. So, it was, y'all, it was so good. I made it for dinner on Tuesday because I know my father-in-law loves pot roast. And so you start with like caramelizing onions for however long it takes to caramelize onions in your kitchen. And then you, after that, you add, like, you brown the meat, and then you add you add carrots and potatoes and the broth. What was in the broth that was like so different? She added onion jam to hers, which, oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. She added onion jam. I didn't have onion jam, so I skipped that part. Oh, I know what you added. You added cola. Like, not very much cola, like a half a cup of cola, I think. I think I added a cup because I just wanted more gravy with mine. And then you added beef broth, and what else did you add? Worcestershire sauce and soy sauce. And it was so good. I completely forgot to add herbs, fresh herbs, which was dumb because I've like literally got the fresh herbs on my porch. But it was still incredible. And the funny thing was she had like the recipe in the comments, like in the description section, and it wasn't the same recipe. And so I like had all these things on my list from that recipe, and then I watched the video again and I was like, she upgraded this recipe. So it was really good. It was really yummy. And you probably, if you are interested in finding it, you can find it if you just search for repast pot roast. She's a gorgeous woman. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. So anywho, so I've got tons of leftovers of that we could have, but I pulled out chicken drumsticks, so I kind of have to have that. So we probably will have something with that. Last night, oh, and when I tell you like the recipes in this like meal plan that I'm on, oh my gosh, so delicious. My youngest actually talked about it last night and was just like, these recipes are so good. So it's nice because the whole family is like, you know, like like I said, Devin's disabled and has, we go to the doctor sometimes and they ask about the diet, and like we can't even pretend that we're not being healthy because we're totally being so healthy. Everything's homemade. Everything's like last night we made turkey burgers, like this Greek turkey burger recipe, and fresh corn on the cob from the farmer's market, and we had this really great tomato from the farmer's market that we sliced to put on the burgers, and then made it like a Greek yogurt sauce. Oh, it was delicious. So good. I'm not going to do this light one. I don't think I need that one. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do the light ones. Just going to do some dark ones. All right, here we go again. Make some more. So I'm going to have to find some sort of recipe for drumsticks. I don't know that drumsticks are going to be in the meal plan per se. So I might just need to, maybe we'll grill them. They came out really good a few weeks ago when we grilled some. Might have been chicken thighs that we grilled, but same difference. Is same difference like just a New Jersey thing, or have you heard that anywhere else in the country? Because I feel like I say same difference because I'm from New Jersey. Oh, Keenan, yes, she's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Robin, you said you've got a sew tight in your sew sampler. Nice. Yeah, I've got the whole big cutting system and it's amazing. Oh, you're sweet, Terry. You said, have you looked in the mirror lately? Keenan, I'm so glad you know exactly who I'm talking about it. All right, you said it in the Midwest growing up, but was that because you knew us? Just curious. Same difference as used in Minnesota. Okay, cool. All right. I believe y'all. All right, Midwest for sure then. One of those things that I just thought was a New Jersey thing. That's a good plan. So I put this down on top of the fabric and then turned it to, that was really smart because it kept all the fabric layers together. Totally worked the way I had hoped it was going to work. Boy. All right. This is good. I'm feeling productive today. Only need 30 more houses. I'm glad I'm doing some darker blues for the, I feel like we need those for sure. Alrighty, now let's just cut these all up into triangles, and then we'll be good to go. See, and now I'm starting to get tired. I'm like, ugh, maybe I quit for the day. Okay, all right. All those are all the same color. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Getting a little bit hungry for lunch. It was funny because yesterday I wasn't hungry for lunch at all. And today I skimped a little on the breakfast, and I probably shouldn't have, because now I'm starting to get hungry. I might have leftover turkey burger for lunch. I think that would be fine. I just wish I could put lettuce on it. Robin says I haven't really left New Jersey. So true. So true. I've got a lot of family still in New Jersey. Okay. Look at all those stacks. Stacks and stacks of background triangles. I'll do a few. That'll be good. I'm going to move my chair closer though. Oh, yeah. So one thing about this chair is, like, I wish it was a little easier to push it forward. But push it real good. Say you're from the 90s without saying you're from the 90s. I mean, from the 80s. Good golly. Telling you, my brain is just not functioning today. And the funny thing is, like, I just haven't slept very well this week. And at the same time, I've been seeing this, this post about the fact that we were never meant to be sleeping 8 hours or trying to sleep 8 hours in a row. That it was like the Simmons mattress people who came up with the 8 hours thing should try and sell more mattresses. Terry said, "What exit?" to Robin. Uh-oh. Does that look normal? Uh-oh. Something's wrong with my threading. Gosh, you touch things and it all goes to hell. I'm just going to rethread. All else fails, rethread. Clearly I did something. Oh, and for me to answer your question, Terry, 109. I'm sure it'll be fine. It just came out a little bit puckery. Okay, let's see. I just grabbed the wrong color blue. That would be kind of fun, actually, to do some with like a transition color. That'd be fun. But I did it the wrong way. Need to have it transition the other way. The darker on the right and the lighter on the left. starting to make mistakes. If I make a major mistake, then I'm going to stop because I'm just making minuscule mistakes at this point. But I've gotten to the point where now I'm like, oh, you know, if you make a second mistake, it's time to hang up it's time to stop sewing. Anybody else have that rule of like when you start to get tired? Oh wow, you might be moving to Tennessee, Robin. That's great. It's funny, we were discussing last night. It all started with, have you guys seen that Dolly Parton created a gas station? And my uncles were like, we need to go, we need to go. So I looked up how far it was, and it was literally like 7.5 hours away. And so I looked up how far we were from Dollywood, and I was like, it's only 4.5 hours away. So we might as well just go to Dollywood instead. And so then I realized that I'm like 4 hours to so many places. Like I'm 4 hours to Atlanta, and I'm 4 hours to the beach, and I'm 4 hours to like just under 4 hours to Asheville. And so I thought that was really kind of funny. Okay, is what you give up when your eyes start hurting. Sewing was how I realized I needed glasses. Oh my gosh. And Terry says yes, because mistakes multiply like bunnies. Oh, it hurt to focus on the needle. Oh my goodness. So I always wore glasses after the time that the needle broke, and it literally tip popped up and hit me right here. It was 1/4 of an inch away from my eyeball, and so that was when I started wearing like reading glasses every time I sewed. I mean, I suppose I've got one of those like magnifiers that you can attach right here. And so I suppose that also is a good like thing, because you could have the magnifier, and then if the needle breaks, it's going to pop and hit that part and not your eyeball. But yeah. Yes, indeed. Do we want light or dark? Light. We'll go with light. No, we'll go with dark. And maybe today I will do some kitten cleanup in here. Good golly. They have just made a big mess of things. Knocking over things that I didn't think you could knock over. I mean, they're pretty small, you know, like it's amazing what damage a little 11-pound thing can do. But now that I thought about it, I'm like, well, look at a woodpecker. Woodpeckers can do lots of damage. If I go to Atlanta, you got to go to the Varsity. Okay. We are going to Atlanta in September. We are going to a music festival. Oh, Debbie. Debbie says, this year I drive from New York to Tennessee, New York to Wisconsin, New York to Indiana, and many trips from New York to Pittsburgh. I wish they were only 4 hours away. Yeah. Oh, Keenan, I'd be happy to do that. I will tell them that we need to take measurements for sure. Debbie, what'll you have? What's that in reference to? That one's going over my head. You ever like put two blues together and then wonder, are they the same shade of blue? Are they the wrong, is it the wrong side? It looks like it's a different color blue. Because I'm wondering now, is it a different color blue? Or is it just, I think it's a different color blue. I hate when my eyeballs play tricks on me. I think it's all the same. We're just going with it. It's close enough for rock and roll, as my husband would say. Close enough will do. Ooh, I'm thirsty. Oh, the varsity. Okay. Is that what they say there? Okay. All right. You let me know, Keenan. Keenan, I should text the other kids and be like, Keenan's on my live. Why aren't you guys on my live? It's like Mother's Day all over again. I think I'm going to try and get through this stack of roofs and then we'll quit for the day. This one will be extra long. Extra long. Oh, that's not the right color at all. That's funny. You did get beat on Father's Day. It's so true. Forget who won. Might have been Mac. Oh, you switched to picking out stitches? Oh, yeah. Are you still picking out the ones from last week, or did you restitch them and then you're picking them out again? Because that's the worst. The absolute worst. All right, well, I've got like a bunch of orange roofs now. But now we're getting into the pinks. These will be perfect for some of those houses that I still have to stitch together. Lots more choices for next week. I just love that little iron. It's so cute. Makes me happy. All right, so what's making you happy in your sewing room today or wherever you are? Okay, my Tula Pink mini is cute. It's funny because I've not had a mini before, so I don't know why I assumed it was going to be as hot as it is. Maybe I used it before and I just didn't put it up high enough in the heat temperature setting. You know, scorched earth and whatnot. Restitched and picking out again. Oh no, one of the threads is popping up in a most unbecoming way. Terry is quilting with 2 threads running through the top, 2 different colors. Oh, well, if Shannon is watching Keenan, I'm saying hello, Shannon. What do you mean a portable Laura Star? Debbie, I don't know about this thing. Oh my gosh. What do you mean portable? You know my husband stole my Laura Star? When we lived in Colorado, and we had changed offices. Well, actually, I guess we had cleared out the office, what we had for storage. I had been eyeballing the Laura Star that was in the office, and so I got a hot pink Laura Star and brought it home. And at the time, my studio was right in the living room, and so the Laura Star was like always right in the living room. And so my husband started using it for his shirts. And it's been all over ever since. And I don't have the iron, I just have I don't have the ironing board, which if he ever saw the ironing board, oh my God, it would be all over. Because that thing is incredible. But your garden and flowers is making you happy, Robin. That's so nice. Yes, Terry, he stole it. So now the Laura Star is always downstairs and he's always using it. Now, I don't iron clothing. I mean, it is a rare, like maybe once a year. So, and he irons several times a week. So, it's fine. It's fine. I've got my Tula Pink. I'm good. Once I got my Olisos, I was like, that's fine. I have a ridiculous number of irons, you know? And it's sad because my father-in-law asked me if I had an iron, and I kind of reluctantly gave him my Panasonic that my sister bought me, and I've been sad about it ever since. And I don't know if I should just get him another one and like take that one back. It's not like I use it. I just like seeing it because it was my sister gave it to me and I loved it so much because it's cordless. And I had another Panasonic cordless that I actually gave away before we moved. And I didn't like that one as much as the original Panasonic cordless that I had. So the Laura Star Lift, it's portable. Oh. I might look it up on my phone right now because now I'm curious. I forget what the one I've got is called. Laura Star Lift. Oh yeah, that's what we've got. But mine's hot pink. I don't think it was called a lift though when I got it. But yeah, that's what I've got. Oh, yeah. I love that thing. What color is yours? Come in pretty colors. Keenan, did you ever get a good iron? I remember you were talking about getting one of those press ones, like they use in the dry cleaners. Which I used to have one of those. Small one. I didn't love it, but it would be better for garment sewing. White. How nice. That is literally like the hottest pink. It is like practically fuchsia. I have a Rowenta steam iron next to my big pressing station. This little Laura Star lives next to my sewing machine at your mini pressing station. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this little mini pressing station. Like I need a bigger one up here too. I was at where were we? Goodwill? We were at Goodwill and there was an empty like just a regular ironing board that didn't have a cover. And I literally thought about it for a second because I've got a Ruby Star cover that I've still got like in storage. Back when I worked for the magazines, they actually sent me two. I guess when Moda teamed up with Ruby Star, they sent me a whole bunch of Ruby Star stuff. And so I've got two covers. And so I've got a black ironing board cover down that's on the one downstairs, but so if I get a new ironing board, like I don't really need the cover. And I forget what the other one I've got is. Oh, I know. I think it's the one with like, it's blue. It's either got a horse or a phoenix on it. So I could totally get like a second ironing board and put it up here. But so far I've really just needed the little one, and that's been fine. You have a chi iron. I don't think I know what that is. Because every once in a while I keep an eye out on like Facebook Marketplace. It's the only reason I have a Facebook account is for Facebook Marketplace. Maybe if I had a so supportive group on Facebook, I would be on Facebook more. Because then I could see all of your stuff that you're working on, you know? You can do it in Patreon, but not too many people do it in Patreon. I feel like Debbie and I are the only ones who post. Terry does sometimes too. In there. Yeah. Okay, I've got 3 more roofs to go, 4 more roofs to go. And then I'm going to call it quits because I am getting really tired. I think I need to run over to Marshall's today. I'm trying to remember where I saw some towels. I think it was Marshall's. I got these towels when we bought this house, and they sort of matched the tiles in our floor. And my father-in-law is obsessed with them, and he asked if he could have them, and I'm like, it's really a weird request. So they came out with the same towels in a different color this year, but it was like 3 weeks ago, so I'm totally afraid that they won't have them. And I tried searching online, and they didn't have them online, unless I'm just using the wrong keyword. So I think I need to run out to Marshall's and see if I can find them as a like housewarming gift for him. For when he moves into his assisted, well, it's not assisted living, it's senior living. He's ready to party with all the senior citizens. Okay, 3. Making progress. But I really do need to like come in here at some point just so. I got a couple of designs that I want to embroider on sweatshirts, and so I think I've only got 1 sweatshirt. Well, one's for Christmas and one's just plain gray, I think. So I need to do that, I think. And maybe that'll get my sojo going. Because I really need to just come in here more frequently than on Thursday. It's making me a little bit sad because I'm just not doing it. But then I'm sad, so I can't do it. Probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people. just got the embroidery software upgrade for your Bernina, so $50 because our local had way over. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, those are expensive. It's like a 70% discount or something. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Shannon got the Tulip Pink. Is that like a B770, Keenan? I'm so jealous. I was so jealous because it matches all my scissors. Um, Debbie says, my daily sewing routine, a cup of tea, a lecture from great courses, and some stitching. That sounds like a delightful morning. My goodness. No matter what else happens, I've done a little stitching each day. That's really good. And then Debbie said to Keenan, I'm blessed with a 20 by 24 sewing room. I have space, but no storage in it. Working on finding some ways to tame the stash. Yeah, that's big. Oh, Robin. Oh my goodness. Robin says, I get it. I'm supposed to be making 2 wedding quilts for 2 of my kids. I mean, it's hard. It's hard, especially when you've got like autoimmune stuff going on. Keenan says, yeah, B770. Nice. The tulip pink one. I love that one. The one with the polka dots and the pretty oil slick base. I don't know what this is called. Bed. So pretty. Robin, if it makes you feel any better, the second wedding anniversary is the cotton wedding anniversary. So technically, if you're late. Well, for like 4 years, I've wanted to make like Halloween quilts for Christmas gifts for my kiddos. And I've only gotten like the one that I wanted done. Well, the one I wanted and the one Devin wanted. So that's kind of useless. All right, one more to go. Which is good because I am fading fast. I might need a nap today. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through. Yeah, I have a weird thing that happens, and it happened last night, which was every once in a while, a eulogy after someone passes away, a eulogy starts coming through my head. And that's what happened at 1:30 in the morning. It came through, but I didn't want to get up and start writing. So I didn't. I still remember what I was thinking, but that's what woke me up. Oh, good. I'm glad I said that then, Robin. Robin says, oh, cool. They both got married a few months apart in the same year. Yeah, 2-year anniversary. Keenan says, Tracy, I'm going to win the lottery and then I'm going to buy a Mooney family compound and we'll just all get, yes, massages every day. That sounds delightful. And if we win, same. Like a good one was up for sale few months ago. You sent it to the family chat, remember? Forget where that one was. But it was like all of these old houses. It was so cool. Person had moved all these old houses that were like going to be demolished to his property. So that's ideally what I would do. Everybody gets their own big house. Or, you know, whatever size they want. Okay, I've got more roofs for next time. I just have to trim them, which I am way too tired to trim today. That is for sure. But I've got 90 houses done, 30 to go. Woo woo! So, and a fresh full bobbin. Can't beat it. So, yeah. All right, y'all. We made it to almost 1:15. My goodness. 2 hours. 2 hours. All right. So I will see you all next Thursday. And, you know, honestly, you know what I should do is I should just start like picking another day where we also go live. and then I'll have 2 days where I sit here for an hour or two and get things done. That would be awesome. So, all right. All right, friends. I will see you all next time. I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope you got a bunch of sewing done today and had fun chatting and all of that. You want to become a Mooney too, Robin? You went to school with Sean Mooney, so that's close enough. Yeah, absolutely. My husband, well, his dad was from Philadelphia, and I don't think we've got a Sean Mooney. There aren't that many Moonies that are all in our family line, but pretty funny. And but yeah, it's totally up to you if you want to become a Mooney. You totally can. All right, everybody. I will see you next time. Have a great week. And I will see you next Thursday. And I hope you get some sewing in. I'll talk